right, so they want us to write a polynomial function given 0. So I know that my x is equal to 2, and I know another x is equal to 3 plus I. Now this is very similar to what you've done in the past with the irrational conjugate theorem. Now with this, it's called the complex complex conjugate theorem. So what you need to know is if you have something that looks like this, you'd really have another 0. You really know that your other 0 is just a conjugate of that, so 3 minus I. So that is a known fact. It's a theorem, it's been proven over and over again. So now I know that I have the three roots using the complex conjugate. If they just give you these two, automatically you know, all right, light bulb just clicked on, I know it has to be 3 minus I. So we're going to take those and we're going to basically put them into in the format that we want, so we can simplify it down to actually get the polynomial function. All right, so from here, we're going to look at this, x equals 2, then I know it would be x minus 2. I also know that this would be x minus 3 plus I, and this would be x minus 3 minus I. So what we need to do, all right, so I just rewrote it up top, but what we need to do is we need to simplify. So this is going to be x minus 2. I need to basically distribute that negative value, and then I need to distribute this negative value over here. And then from here, I want to group these because, as before, you guys should start to see something, right? This is in that format that we talked about, right? A minus b, a plus b. If it looks like that, I know we can really use the difference of squares and put it in this format. So in reality, this is your a value, this is your b value. So if I want to simplify this again, knowing what we know, this is really your a value, so I can say, let's keep this pink, x minus 3 squared minus your b value. So we can square this guy. Now when I do this, I can simplify it down some more. We know that this is a perfect square trinomial. So when I go to simplify this guy will always be what we have here. This guy will always be 6x plus 9. And again, see that video with the perfect square trinomials if you're confused on how I went from here to here. So perfect square trinomial. There's a video for that. Go find that if this is confusing from here to here. You might have to do a little extra work on your end. I squared, we know, is -1. Okay, now from here, simplify it some more. X squared minus 6x plus 10. Now there's a lot of steps to these. You have to know some prior knowledge for these two, and you have to be resilient. It's going to take you a little bit of time to get through this, so don't stress out if you're like, oh, these are a lot of steps. You guys can do this. You just have to put your mind to it. You can do it. All right, with that being said, we still have to do one more step. What I have to do is I have to simplify, or we have to simplify this down. I just want to make sure I don't run out of camera space, and I'll put it right here, and then x minus 2, x squared minus 6x. Forgot my last box, sorry about that. This would be plus 10. So we have x cubed minus 6x squared, 10x, negative 2x squared, plus 12x minus 20. All right, so from here we need to simplify. I'm going to actually simplify it over here. X cubed, these two right here will go together and you get negative 8x squared, right? So I'm just combining those like terms. These would combine with would be 22x and then minus 20. So I know, doing out all the work, that we start with x equals 2 and x equals 3 plus I, and then we use the conjugate theorem and we knew x equals 3 minus I. So they gave me 3 roots. Then we took that knowledge and we now know what the cubic or the polynomial that we start with, or what those roots belong to, which would be x cubed minus 8x squared plus 22x minus 20. So take a breath. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but you guys can do this. You can do it.